does it quite like me. Quite What's up, everyone? How are we? How are we feeling today? What's up, Cindy? What's up, Nightbot? What's up, Junie? What's up, Art Nerd? How's it going? Hope everyone is doing well. I am a year old yesterday. What? Lork on the Chlorf, what's going on? What a poetic username. Oh, a year older. Okay. Nice. Congrats. Happy birthday. Another trip around the sun. Hold on. Where's my piano? I haven't played piano yet today. Okay. Happy B-Day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've been taking care of yourselves. We're getting closer and closer to the end of season 4. And I did want to start off the stream with a little bit of a disclaimer because I I feel like I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything. My bandwidth is a little bit limited in my brain right now because I forgot that I have a bachelor trip that I'm going on this weekend. We're leaving tomorrow at 7 a.m. Me and a bunch of my friends, we're going to bring a bunch of instruments and snacks and go to a cabin in the woods and hang out for 2 days. Hopefully not see any bears. But I wanted to mention it because obviously it means I won't be able to stream. And I think I kind of want to stay away from technology for a couple days, as much as I can at least. So I'll bring my acoustic guitar and my little Yamaha, the analog synth, and maybe just hang out, chill, hike, snack, chat, have a few drinks. But I'm not sure when Sunday I'll be back, so there's a small chance I won't be streaming Friday or Sunday. But I definitely want to. Sounds great. Have a great trip. Thank you. I appreciate it. You might be onto something there, Pinkmane. But either way, just want to be in nature for a little bit, tune out some stuff, try to refresh, restart, reboot the brain a little bit. And yeah, so just want to throw that out there. But regardless, it's just 2 days, and I'll be back the week after that, after this one, to resume the standard schedule, or standard scheduling. So anyways, I was reminded today randomly of this I guess it's you could call it like a what do you call those, like software development companies that make audio engineering tools like Native Instruments and stuff like that. Regardless, I was just reminded of a really small niche one. I think it's actually just one guy, maybe two, that run this, and Yes, two guys. So I came across this guy, Ewan. I think about 1 or 2 years ago or so. Um, and I think it was one of his free plugins that I came across. Quite interesting. Didn't really do too much with it. But I saw that there is another plugin of his, and Will is another person, I guess, that's involved in CRQL. Here I'm looking at their site right now. And I don't know. I actually think like for my next season, this would be a really cool idea. I just realized it would be really fun to feature, like, I don't know, maybe do like sound design Sundays or something, and feature like a new small uh independent developer or a small group of people creating plugins or sounds or anything that's like got my attention and is um, something I want to explore. So I feel like that could be kind of cool to do that consistently in the future. Anyways, there's a couple free ones I wanted to check out and experiment with. There's one that I just bought this morning for like $17. And yeah, so I thought we'd do that, maybe explore some random, shorts. It's been something. Been one of the few let's say like silver linings to like short form content taking over is like I do really enjoy random shorts, reels, TikToks about simple music production concepts, techniques, tips, etc. So maybe we'll dive into some of that. I was thinking about maybe some D&K sauce or who knows? We'll just figure that out as we go. And yeah, no Feedback Friday tomorrow, unfortunately. So I apologize. But we'll do an extra long one on. Maybe we'll do just really long ones both Fridays. So, anyways, the thing that kind of caught my attention about the more recent plugin that I saw from CRQL was Anina. So it's got like this spectral shaping thing going on, and I just installed it. It's got kind of a similar. It's got a similar quality to it as, let's see. There's another VST that I bought not too long ago that's very similar by Blair. But it's a Max for Live device, so I'll have to look around to see if I can find it. But anyways. Okay, so obviously just stock Serum. Where is CRQL? So there's these three. So there's I don't really remember what they all do. Anina, let's start with this. Or wait, no, sorry. Anina is not the one I was thinking about. I think I was thinking of Uzu. So what does Uzu do? Hold on. So Anina is some kind of spectral shaping mixing tool. It sounds to me like it could be kind of a similar, like almost like a spectral sidechain kind of thing. I'm not sure I completely understand. Uzu was the one that sounded the most interesting to me right off the bat. So this one is obviously, I think this one's obviously paid, powered by spectral filtering. And yeah, here, let's check out their brief little demos here. You guys can hear that, right? I hope so. Sometimes feels like Harmer. Yeah, totally. You can hear? Okay, great. Thank you for confirming. And That was from Cold Fusion, who I've also actually only heard about because of this company, but he seems to have some fun tutorials on YouTube. I was actually just trying to look him up and I couldn't find his videos, but they're out there somewhere. They're very long. So you can kind of get a feeling for, like the raw signal obviously plays first. Or wait, no, sorry. I was under the impression the first signal would be raw and then, but no, I think for this one, it's immediately popping the effects on. For this one, yeah, dry. Or wait, no. I'm right. It says literally dry in giant letters there. So yeah, super interesting kind of like warbly, spectrally kind of movements going on, which I'm definitely a fan of. But let's see. Conventional phasers work in the time domain using phase shifts and time delays to create a handful of notches. Okay, that's kind of how I understood phasers to work. So usually 12 or 24 at most. Okay, Uzu operates in the frequency domain using a fast Fourier transform. This seems to be something that keeps coming up whenever I'm looking at spectral plugins with some kind of spectral processing, allowing a lot of notches. So maybe that's why they feel so similar, but so much more interesting than phasers. Just a different kind of different level of control over those notches. A scale traditional phasers simply can't reach this way. Notches are sharp, bubbly, and are how we think phasers should sound. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. I think just having another tool in the toolbox. I feel like phasers, to me, phasers are phasers, and this is like it does feel very similar, but also very different at the same time. But yeah, so let's see, turn off the mix. Oh, whoops, we got this one on as well. Okay, so we got the dry signal. And for those of you that saw me experiment with that that Blair plugin, where is that? I know I have it around somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Oh, here, Rebound. That's what it's called. I found it. We got a new follow-up. It's got a very similar sound, ultimately. It's a bit of a different interface, but I have no weak sleep. What's up? Thank you for the follow. So you can kind of hear a similar thing going on there. So that's the Rebound, and here is the back to Uzu. It's kind of fun. So the width, I'm assuming, is the width of the bands or the notches or whatever. That's kind of how I'm interpreting this. Harmer thing, yeah, basically. You know, I just checked actually because I have a lifetime license with FL, and so I have licenses for all the image line stuff, but Vocodex doesn't have Mac support from what I saw on their website. There's probably some kind of crack or something for it out there, but honestly, I don't like using cracks at all. I stopped doing that a long time ago because it'd mess with my project files a lot, and you just have crashes and a whole bunch of other issues. Pretty interesting. So I don't know. FL Stream.
FL Stream, please. FL Stream, please. FL Stream, please. FL Stream, please.
Oh man, I haven't opened FL in God knows how many years. I would be curious though. Okay, so that's Uzu, right? So let's check out let's open up another patch here and try to wrap our heads around another one of these plugins. So there's locked. I forget what this thing's supposed to do. Interesting. So let's go to plugins. Let's check it out. Spectral phase locking. Phase locked distortion. Locked precisely tracks the fundamental frequency of your signal. Okay, so it's more for monophonic stuff, obviously. Then snaps all phase info to that frequency with a saw or square wave. Very interesting. Whoa, that's so interesting. Very interesting. Huh. It does feel a lot more mono. Which maybe that makes sense. Definitely a lot more presence in the high end, the high mids. Very interesting. I don't know if I have any good patches to test this with, but there's one like that cone sound inspired one here. So that's without. That's with. Interesting. Hold up. Sorry about the clipping there. Huh. I don't know what these knobs do. Ooh, that looks like some kind of... pitch offset, right. That's what it sounded like to me. Ooh. Interesting. But then again, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure I know what the use might be for that. Locked is locking phases. You can map it to anything. Phase locking. Actually, it's more stereo, really? Take any rubbish Reese patch and then use it to remap it, input and pitch. Maybe it just seemed more mono for some reason. Anyways, it is pretty interesting. I'll give it a go the way that you're describing to use it, Ession. Let me try that as well. So I'm just going to throw in this Reese real quick and give this a shot. We'll go like this And I know this one is quiet as hell, so I'm just going to throw a compressor on here. Make it a bit louder. And then let's throw this. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the latest season of Love on the Spectrum. Interesting. I love that show. Wow, that last season was an actual tearjerker. I think it's such a wholesome. It's a great thing to watch with your partner. Honestly, just makes your heart feel warm. Ah, okay. That's pretty cool. I feel like it seems to have a lot of great use cases in my mind already, just for like bass focused like genres or sections. Obviously, more monotone patches. That's why when I was playing chords, it kind of instantly sounded bad. So let's try another one here. I want to try the Anina plugin. So what was this one about again? Anina spectral resonance suppression. Right, okay. So it sounded like a spectral like sidechain type thing to me. Completely freeze the compression spectrum to hear exactly what's happening. Or maybe I'm not interpreting it right. Does it operate as resonance suppressor, resonance isolator? Sound designers, you like this one? Okay. It's equipped with sidechain capabilities, makes space in a chord progression for vocal performance. How does it work? Okay, here we go. Just like most CRQL products, this plugin utilizes spectral processing. Okay. This gives Anina a minimum of 256 bands of compression. While this introduces some latency, the trade-off for accuracy and speed is well worth it. In our opinion, use the lower block sizes for tighter feel and higher block sizes for better frequency resolution. Here's our boy AU5. All right. Let's take a look, see what we're working with. Okay, so it's kind of like, so it's like a spectral compression plugin then, huh? To be fair, I doubt that Anina using Soothe implementation of that. Okay, so it's more like track spacer. Okay, yeah, I was kind of in my mind when I was kind of looking at it being used, it was reminding me of the compactor plugin a little bit. But that is like a sample to sample sidechain plugin. This seems to be more about have more to do with like a spectral compression, but maybe it has some similar use cases. So it seems to be, it's definitely like getting rid of that low end pretty significantly when we just turn it on like that. So let's take a look at the EQ, see how it's changing the EQ. I think we need to enable multiple library. Where do I enable multiple plugins? Multiple plugins. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it seems like it's kind of just high passing it. Interesting. 512 bands, 2048 bands. Okay, so this is that freeze option. Then here's the delta option. Sidechain. So let's use. Ooh, I like that animation. So let's take the input from this kick drum. Sidechain input from HW. Oh, whoops! I put it in the wrong. Put it in the wrong plugin. Main funk. Interesting. Okay. So crank the low. Ooh. All right, the input was just too quiet, I think, for it to have a strong reaction there, but now seems like the some of that spectral information from the kick drum is ducking the relevant like bins or notches or whatever they're called. What do they call them again? Whatever. That's pretty cool though. So if we just let's set this to sends only for a moment. That's kind of nice because you can still kind of preserve some of the low end this way. If you set it to like, yeah, whatever. Okay, cool. So what if we mess this sound up a little bit? We're just using it as an effect sort. Effects. It's kind of fun. It's got an interesting kind of quality to it that I feel like I could try to bring out if I experiment. That's pretty cool. It's actually a really fun way to get some weird processing, unexpected processing on a sound, I'm realizing, because there's so many different subtle changes you can make to the signal here. That's so cool. So like we're like adding just random effects to the kick drum, which is obviously doing some kind of spectral sidechaining on that sound. So what if we tried to use that locked thing afterwards? That's pretty cool. I don't really know what else to do with this right now, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process. Let's see. Why don't we throw the Uzu back on here? We're just trying everything in one patch. Honestly, seems like it would be really good for people that make rhythm. Oh wait, this isn't even... Kind of want to put this OTT after, maybe? Made things a bit muddier. Let's try to throw another one after here. Pretty cool. I don't know what to do with this right now, but let's just I'm just gonna take this and duplicate it and get rid of those take lanes. Those are completely useless. Let us start. Oh, right. Gotta get rid of these seam effects. Cool. Let's try to do a little bit of work with this. I kind of like the idea of maybe trying to do some weird four to the floor thing here. Simplify these bad boys. Shout out Ession for showing me that trick. I love doing that now. Okay, let's just shorten it. Well, yeah, that feels right. Actually, you know what would be cool? Why don't we try to record just a bunch of random jamming, quote unquote. The latency is pretty crazy, so it's not going to sound great. But we can just record a bunch of jamming and then just chop it up a little bit, you know? That's pretty cool. Wait, what the hell? Why is all right. Wait a minute. Well, okay, hold on. Let's use some space up here. Okay. Okay. Let's just try to use some of this recorded audio. See if we can come up with something. I'll cut this out from here. Throw it over here. So we got 2 takes. We got this one. Okay. Well, we're kind of limited to this BPM for the time being, so let's try to stick to it. There's a snare that I feel like could be kind of fun. Where is it? Yeah, let's try to throw this in here. Okay, it's also not being sidechained yet, so let's try to turn that on. some cool sounds in there. Let's see. I actually have another pattern idea here that I want to try out. Let's try. Dun, 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 dun. That's kind of cool. A lot of cool little bits in here, I feel like. Oh, wait. Do I have this routed right? I don't think I have this routed right. HW, main funk. All right. Here we go. Actually, I don't. I'm gonna try to figure out how to arrange this the sounds in a more convincing way. I think I want this more like as a downbeat, like maybe like this. Maybe how does this sound for the downbeat as well? I'm gonna test this. I don't know. Maybe that could work. Let's see. And then some kind of, yeah, let's use this for the end. Pretty silly. But let's get a shaker on the offbeats. Sure. Courtesy of Cashmere. All right? That fill kind of sucks, but something needs to happen there. Ooh. That's kind of a cool little pronunciation. Okay, let's take a look at some of the... There's definitely some weird stuff going on here. Let's maybe soothe it a little bit. Hopefully we can... Cool. Why don't we duplicate this and maybe we can have some of this as like an intro vibe, you know, throw some Valhalla on here. Woo! Instant intro energy. Where's that, where's this weird one? Let's go. Okay. Maybe we could start like this. Boom, boom, boom. Just like those 3 hits. I have this kit that I engineered a while back that Well, partially engineered. I didn't make the whole kit from scratch, but I did partially. Where is it? How's the tribal 9? Is it this one? No. Indie. It's definitely not an indie kit. I think it might be from 2023 kits. Is it this future bass? Pop 808? Nope. Yeah, I think this one is what I was looking for. I was reverse engineering Ratata. If you can't tell, hold on. I don't know why I put the 808 in here. I don't really normally do that, but all right. I just wanted these shakers. Actually, the offbeat clap might go kind of hard. I don't know. I think we might want to create some duplicates here. I'm thinking we have different processing on the downbeat sounds. So like maybe more stereo on those hits. Let's go something like this. I definitely want some like 16th note bass chug somewhere. I wonder if maybe like an offbeat pre-clap could be kind of nice. Maybe we have more of like an intro. We continue the intro vibe here. Although, like, I don't know, it's hard when you hear this drum kit not to want to do like the drum pattern for Ratata. But I think I'm gonna try to experiment with like let's just keep the try to keep the 4 to the floor vibe going. So yeah, I feel like that could be nice to keep hearing. Okay, I like it. Since we're doing primarily like sound design stuff right now, I feel like I can throw a Pro L on here. Okay. Well, all of this kind of just came about from messing around with these plugins, which is kind of fun. I'm not complaining, but I feel like we need some more ammo now. I don't really know what kind of ammo, so let's go back over here. Let's use this. Go back in this area. Oh, shit. Undo that. Undo, please. Thank you. Grazie. Right, so we want to copy this here. All right. A lot of cool different textures you can get with these different combinations. Huh. I almost wish that there was some way to have the serum it's got a weird sound with higher pitches. Try the polyphonic. Well, it's kind of cool. It feels like you can hear Locked trying to figure out what the fundamental frequency is. That's pretty interesting. Weird. Got such a funky sound to it. Let's try a different setting here. I actually kind of like the it's got a nice kind of quality to it. Let's see. Let's go back over here. The latency is crazy. Pretty interesting. really like this sound. Quite interesting. How does this sound if we try to reactivate the this like spectral sidechain thing? Let me try something else here. So let's go bum 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 bum. We gotta do follow up. Yo, thank you for the follow. It's AJYX. What's going on? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I think I need the metronome. Dun 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 dun. All right, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. It's interesting. I do feel that maybe it's a bit, maybe not the right vibe for this. I don't mind it without this, to be honest. I think it sounds pretty cool like this. Why don't we delete for this particular patch? Let's get rid of the Nina or Anna or whatever it's called. This doesn't even have, this has like barely anything in the OG patch, so, or like the source patch. So what if we try to get a little more creative with it? Kind of a cool sound. Yo, thank you for the follow, Chris Daku. I'm kind of curious about maybe throwing. I want to keep going down some rabbit holes here. I'm thinking, let's just throw an ARP on here. See what that sounds like. That's cool. I mean, I do like this. I should maybe be saving these on occasion. So let's go like this. Let's group this and let's just say ARP, serum ARP, and then Uzu. I feel like the Uzu is kind of a big part of the sound design here, so I'll just save that real quick. And let's get rid of the ARP and take a different direction with this. I wonder, what if we use this as maybe like the basis for some vocoder shenanigans. So let's whoa. Oops. Let's do distortion. Let's do asim. Grab a filter. Okay, and then let's grab a or a vocoder rather, and let's use 24 as the input, and let's try going like. Okay. Obviously, that's not sending any signal right now. And then let's duplicate that. And let's make this sense only. Interesting, interesting. Let's try to reverse this. Let's go audio from 25. And make this sends only. This is not as interesting as I thought it might be, but that's okay. We're just playing around a little bit. I don't know why I'm hearing kind of like more wholesome vibes with these chords. Why don't we just record it and then we can always just render it and save it for later. So that's one idea. Let's quantize it real quick. And bounce it. And then let's keep exploring. I wonder if we could get some kind of like envelope. Uzu kind of like an ensemble phaser. It's kind of like it's a phaser-ish. I think seems to be like the primary difference based on the website description is the number of notches. Kind of a lot, but honestly, like I don't even like using the higher notch settings. It seems like somewhere around like 1,000, 2,000. Those are rethinking the phaser. So I don't know if they consider this a phaser. Well, I guess it is a phaser. They advertise it as a frequency domain phaser. I'm not sure what frequency domain means there, but yeah, honestly, like. If you were to tell me that the main difference is the amount of notches, I would believe that because I can kind of like that sounds to me that checks out with how it sounds. Well, what were we doing earlier? I forgot. Kind of cool with the chords in there. Why don't we try to record something? We get the automation going in there too. Why not? It's really hard to get the time right though with the delay. So let's get the metronome in there. All right. Some fun stuff going on. I like those articulations there. Maybe we should quantize these though. Kind of a nonsense tune. Not really seeing a ton of potential in it, but it is fun to just explore sounds. I like that riff. That's kind of a cool little riff here. Dude, the timing latency is crazy. Let's just try it though. We'll quantize it. Got that Dorian vibes. I have an idea though. I want to try to see if I can where's the good old X sound? There we go. Let's try to use Spiff for some okay, that's a bit loud, but it's kind of the gist of what I was imagining. That could be pretty cool, actually. Let me I want to try something similar. Actually, let me save this before I forget. Thanks for the reminder, Art Nerd. Let's project files 2026. What are we at? May 14th. 2026 sound design experiment. Ting. I was gonna try something similar, but with some kind of Omnisphere patch instead. Maybe, I don't know, like some kind of bell pluck type thing. Bells and vibes. Okay, let's grab this. Oh yeah, devious machines. Let's use some texture. It's kind of I feel like if we replace some of these drum sounds, it could get a lot more interesting. Why don't we try that? Why don't we, let's move this down. Just go hunting for some kick drums instead of using... Ooh, I really like that one, but... The permutate kick drum. Ooh, this one maybe? Yeah, there's some like ringing in the high end that I'm not crazy about that I feel like I could probably doctor out of there. Interesting. Let's see. Why don't we throw in another clap here for variation. Any JoJo watchers out there? Determinazione. Cool. let's take advantage. Excuse me. Take advantage of this being on a separate track here. I was kind of thinking. Let's get some echo. Actually, I think we actually alternate these as well. So let's go like this. And we'll get rid of the Valhalla for those hits. Yeah. I like that. Okay. Well, what else do we do here? Ooh. Cool. Let's duplicate all this stuff and maybe try to create a variation of this. Kind of thinking like we keep just the first couple hits and then do something else after. If we create like a really simplified version of this, it could be cool. Let's get rid of the LFO here. Wait, why is this texture just playing nonstop? I'm so confused. Huh? Okay, there we go. I don't know what happened there. Let's get rid of this for now. Okay, that's pretty cool. However, whoops. Kind of want to delete these muted clips. And then let's actually mute these as well. Wonder if I have any Max for Live stuff that could be cool to have here. So if I do envelope MIDI, velocity shaper, never mind. I kind of like I like some of the patterns I was playing there. I'm still trying to figure out the pattern that I could have for a variation here. Something like that, maybe. There was another little thing I was just playing that I kind of liked with the mix on like 100 here. Yo, thank you for the follow, Fimyuki. Cool. It's a fun little jam session we created there. Very ethereal. Or that feels like the right word in my mind, at least. Maybe I should capture some of this. I think it's probably not going to capture properly, but that's okay. All right. Oh. All right, gang. How's everybody doing out there? I might be wrapping it up here for today. I still am behind on trying to get pre-orders going for oh, wait. Maybe I shouldn't have said that quite yet. I need to finalize some stuff so that people who didn't get their hands on the twofold vinyls can do so. But I'm a little bit behind on that. But anyways, these bases are crazy with it. Hell yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. For a moment, I thought I was in a different stream. Nice. I'll take that as a compliment. But yeah, appreciate y'all. I am going to take a little breather and then try to make sure I'm ready to launch for tomorrow. Keep an eye out in your email /socials /texts. I don't know if any of y'all have signed up. I did start texting again. So for those of you that may not know, I was using a service called Community years ago when I was touring to text people updates on like, hey, I'm coming to your city to perform, or I've got a new track out, that kind of stuff. So like, just like updating people, and it was a really nice way to just like stay in touch with fans and get to know them a little bit better. And actually that's kind of how I ended up getting the Haywyre pencil art piece was through a fan that I connected through texting, and I'm starting to do that again. Took me a little bit of time, but I do have them up again. So I just listed the number on all of my socials. It's in my like bios and whatever. So if you're interested for updates that way, you're more than welcome. But I should probably let me just look it up real quick. And I'll let you guys know right now what the number is. It is, where's my profile? 414, because that's the Milwaukee area code. That's where I'm at. 888-7829. Yeah, I'm reading that right. Okay. So feel free to text me. I'll tell you one more time. That's 414-888-7829. Originally, I was praying that I would have. It would be so cool if I could get the Haywyre phone number, like the 414 Haywyre. But yeah, thanks for pasting it in there, Art Nerd. I tried, but yeah, it's a bit more complicated than it seems, or it's kind of as complicated as you'd expect, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, if you want to hit me up there and keep updated that way, that's cool with me. Otherwise, yeah, I shall talk to you all soon. Take care and make sure to drink a lot of water and exercise regularly. I don't know why I just punched the air. Okay, see you guys later. Ready.